Hey guys, my name is Helena, and I'm here representing Glass Factory for our Zoom interview series. And today we are going to be talking with Des Rocs. Thanks for listening. My name's Helena.
Nice to meet you. I'm Danny.
Nice to meet you, Danny.
Where are you based out of?
I'm in Sacramento at the moment.
Oh, Sacramento. Awesome.
How about you?
I'm in New York.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I've never been to Sacramento actually. I've never played there. I've never visited. Like one
You
of the
should
few.
come over. It's a rock music capital.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only all I know about Sacramento is from the movie Lady Bird. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's it's fairly accurate from what I hear. I'm actually pretty new here.
Oh, nice.
I'm actually from Seattle.
Oh, awesome. That's like one of my favorite cities. It's like my second city for sure.
Yeah. What's your favorite city?
Well, I can't not say New York. Being a New Yorker, born and raised. Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to ask.
Yeah.
I haven't been to New York, but I always wanted to.
You never been to New York?
No, I haven't. I haven't been to the East Coast
Right.
very much.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. How's your 2020 been?
I think like everybody else is a little weird and a little uncertain and just kind of figuring it out one day at a time, just to say the least. Yeah.
Just to say the least. Do you have anything in the works? What are you up to?
I'm working on a ton of music, working on a ton of videos, and just putting a whole bunch of stuff together that's not touring related right now. But yeah, just keeping everything moving full speed ahead.
What do you like to do other than music?
Man, I love all things New York. I just love like taking in everything that this city has to offer, and just kind of immersing myself in all things cultural and artistic and food related and everything under the sun as far as it pertains to the city.
Yeah. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Like, what would you do in a day in New York
Uh,
pre-COVID?
yeah, I'm like a voracious walker, so I like to walk around a lot. Um, I like to listen to music while I walk, and I like to especially listen to like my own demos while I'm walking.
Oh, that's cool.
And, yeah, I'm kind of constantly on the street. And yeah, I'm like a big food guy and I love to eat. I especially love all things Italian food, and I'm definitely in the right place for that. So,
Yeah. I really love Italian food too. I was actually I lived in Rome for a little bit. So
Miller.
yeah, I studied abroad. So
Oh, nice. What program did you do in Rome?
sorry, what?
What program did you do in Rome?
I did the English program. I'm a bit of a writer.
Oh, awesome. That's
Yeah.
killer.
hmm
What school is it through in Rome?
So it was originally through University of Washington, but my school, Seattle Pacific University, kind of backpacked off of that, and like used their lease for the apartment buildings and everything like that. So that was really fun.
Oh, killer. Do you remember what neighborhood you were in?
Trastevere.
Oh, that's amazing. What like an
Yeah.
amazing, like magical place to live.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, it was like all artsy and just so much going on. Basically woke up every morning to the church bells and the sparrows. It was really magical.
Incredible. I miss that kind of life right now for sure.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Uh, what your music just like reminds me of that old school rock and roll. What do you use?
Nice.
Yeah, I absolutely love your sound.
Yeah.
But who are your inspirations? Did you think?
I'm tremendously influenced by a lot of different genres and a lot of different artists. Kind of chief up there, and a lot of my creative North Stars are Elvis, Queen, Roy Orbison, Talking Heads. I also just love like a lot of early 2000s New York stuff, like the Strokes and the Yeah Yeah Yeahs. And then a lot of hip hop music and a lot of pop music and a lot of dance music and kind of everything under the sun.
Yeah, I can sense a little bit of that in your music. It's not just one thing, it's definitely a blend of many different things. But yeah, your voice just has that old school sound and I love it.
Thanks. So hopefully that can ground some of the crazier things I want to do. Like hopefully my voice will tie together all these different elements I'm drawing on.
Yeah, I think you're doing great at that.
You.
Yeah. When did you start your current project as Des Rocks? Is it Des Rocks or Day Rock?
You can pronounce it either or. Like I had somebody just from France asked me today how do you pronounce it. And I was just like, I like the ambiguity in the name and in art in general, but I say Des Rocs, but if you say Day Ra or Des Ross, whatever you want to say, I dig it. I put out my first song in 2018, so it's been a little over 2 years now.
Wow. Yeah, you're doing pretty well for the first 2 years.
Thanks. It's been a wild ride, yeah, to say the least.
Yeah. What was it like, speaking of, what was it touring and opening for the Rolling Stones?
It was unbelievable. Yeah, it was like a pretty surreal, magical experience that in this era now where there's absolutely no live shows, I kind of look back on and I'm like, was it even real? You know?
Yeah. I bet that was so surreal.
Yeah, yeah, it's super surreal.
Yeah. How do you, sorry, hang on. I got my notes right here. So I want to hear a little bit of your details on your EP. Just tell me a little bit about like what the project's about and what you want people to gain from it.
Yeah, so this is the third EP from myself. And when I first started Des Rocks, I envisioned 3 EPs, so an EP trilogy. And this is going to be my final EP of that trilogy. So I'm really excited to like finish what I started when I very first started Des Rocks. Like I started in a very specific place musically and sonically, and the second EP kind of expanded on that, and this third EP expands on it even further. So it's going to be a whole bunch of new songs coming out December 11th.
That's awesome. Yeah, I got a chance to get a little sneak peek of it. So yeah, what was your favorite song to write? I know that's kind of a mean question, but I always like to ask it just because I don't know.
My favorite songs are the ones that just are like the most natural expressions that come out really quickly and really easily. Like I hate laboring over songs. I hate re-recording things. I hate trying to reimagine all the parts. Like I just like the songs that just like happen right away, just kind of flow out. There's like a certain innocence and purity to that even if they're not my most popular songs, like for me, hold a very special place in my heart.
Yeah, that's really neat.
Yeah. So there's a song on the EP called Pieces that was written like that. Like literally I just had this idea for a song at like 5 in the morning. I woke up with it and I went and I recorded it and it just all happened like at once. And then I just spent the next couple months like cleaning it up and making it like enhancing the production and everything, but it was really, really quick.
That's really cool. I was hearing about that. That's that strike of inspiration, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I have to go grab my stuff and get it done.
Yeah, I think like the brain is the most antithetical thing to creativity, and as much as you could just be not thinking about anything and just be in the moment, like I think you're gonna get some of your best work.
Yeah, I agree. Also, you don't want to mess with it too much because it loses its charm if you play with it too much. I totally get that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So like do you have an overlying theme in your trilogy for your album, part 1, part 2, part 3, or is it all the same? Is it all a little bit different?
I wouldn't say there's like an explicit theme, like something that I'm really cognizant of or thinking about. Rather, it's more just like an overarching vibe and ethos and like emotional response that I want people to
have. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just think, like, what would you want fans to gain from that in that response?
Yeah, I just want people to have a visceral emotional reaction to music, and it could be in any direction. It could be like I hate this, or I love it, or this moves me to tears. Like that to me is the most important thing.
It's really neat. That's pretty much all I have actually. But yeah, it's been really nice talking with you.
Yeah, likewise. No, thank you so much. I appreciate your time.
Nice to meet you. How can we find you and support you in your music?
Check me out on Spotify and stream it. If you like it, keep up with me.
All right. Cool. It was nice to meet you again.
Awesome. Nice meeting you too.